What's up, fellow anglers? Your fishing buddy is here, ready to dive into the bite forecast for Wednesday, February 4th, 2026, across our incredible United States. This day, my friends, is shaping up to be a real tale of two fisheries, offering both frosty challenges up north and some surprising warmth down south. We're talking about a day where patience and smart tactics will truly pay off, so stick around to find out how you can make the most of it, no matter where your lines are cast. All right, let's talk tactics and target species for this mid-winter marvel, starting with our warmer southern waters, especially in places like Florida. We're looking at some fantastic opportunities. For the Florida coast and Keys, if you're targeting those elusive sailfish, my advice is to hit the offshore reefs. They'll be chasing schooling baitfish, so look for them 3 to 5 miles offshore. Consider slow trolling with live ballyhoo or strip baits. The water temperature in these areas can be quite pleasant, around 70 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit, which keeps these acrobatic beauties active. Moving inshore, redfish and snook are still prime targets, especially where the water has a chance to warm up. Look for them in deeper holes near mangroves and oyster bars during overcast periods, or as the sun climbs, they might move to shallow, dark mud bottoms to soak up some warmth. For redfish, a jig with a soft plastic tail worked slowly along the bottom can be deadly. For snook, try a live pilchard or a slow-moving jerkbait. Remember, in colder water, a slower retrieve is key, my friends. They're not as eager to chase, so present your bait right in front of them. Now, for those of you braving the chill up north, where conditions are definitely colder, think ice fishing. For species like walleye and perch, focus your efforts on major bodies of water in states like Minnesota, where the ice is thick and safe. Walleye will often be found near structural elements like humps and drop-offs, while perch tend to school on flats. Your go-to tactics should involve jigging small spoons tipped with a minnow head or dead-sticking a live minnow just off the bottom. Remember to drill several holes and move around until you locate the schools. The cold air temperature, averaging around 12 to 32 degrees Fahrenheit across the USA, means these fish will be sluggish, so subtle presentations are crucial. Let's break down the conditions that are shaping our fishing forecast for February 4th. Weather-wise, we're seeing a mixed bag across the USA. The overall picture for much of the country suggests colder than average temperatures for early February, with average lows around 12 degrees Fahrenheit and highs around 32 degrees Fahrenheit. In some northern areas, like the Great Lakes region and parts of the Pacific Northwest, temperatures will be below average. However, the East Coast, Southeast and Gulf Coast are expecting warmer than average temperatures. Precipitation will be minimal for most, with dry conditions expected in California and only mist or light, freezing rain popping up in some areas throughout the day. Winds will generally be light, coming from varying directions throughout the day, which usually makes for more comfortable fishing. Atmospheric pressure, following a recent Arctic surge, should be relatively stable or slowly rising, which often translates to more consistent, albeit possibly finicky, feeding windows after a period of instability. Water temperatures are where we see the biggest divide. Up north, expect water temperatures to be in the freezing to upper 30s range, necessitating ice fishing in many areas. Down south, particularly in Florida, coastal waters are holding strong in the high 60s to mid-70s, keeping those warm water species active. This temperature gradient profoundly influences where the fish will be, hugging the bottom in deep holes where water is slightly warmer, or moving into sun-warmed shallows. As for the moon phase on February 4th, 2026, we're looking at a waning gibbous moon with a significant illumination of around 87 to 94%. This phase is just a few days past the full moon, and many old-timers, myself included, believe the increased lunar light can influence fish activity, especially around moonrise and moonset, and can lead to good fishing days. The almanac itself rates fishing potential for this day as good. Overall, the biological activity of fish across the USA will be a story of adaptation. In colder northern waters, fish metabolism is slowed, making them less active. They'll be holding tight to structure and deeper water. In the warmer southern regions, fish will be more active, but still reactive to sudden temperature shifts. Those cold water species up north, like walleye and perch, are active but picky, while down south, species like redfish, snook, and even sailfish are definitely on the chew if you present your bait right. So, my friends, my overall assessment for February 4th, 2026 is a finicky but rewarding bite. It's not a day for blind casting. Instead, it's a day for precision, patience, and knowing your local conditions. The good fishing potential rating from the almanac gives us some confidence, especially with that waning gibbous moon. You'll need to adapt to the colder water and variable weather, but those who put in the effort will be rewarded with some quality catches. Good luck out there. That's the scoop for February 4th, 2026. I wish you all nothing but tight lines and screaming reels. May you have neither tail nor scale off the hook. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more tips, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out. And tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for fishing this week? And what kind of fish are you hoping to tangle with? Share your winter fishing secrets.